Good morning, groovy citizens, and happy Friday. You guys, it is Friday. It is Friday. Okay. Can I say that one more again? It is Friday. So, I don't know about you, but I've had a very busy week, but a productive week. And I'm going to dare I say a phenomenal week. We finished up yesterday our 3-day Women in Business private circle training, and when I tell you the awesome stuff that Bob Yates and Annetta Wilson poured into us over these last 3 days has been phenomenal. Okay, absolutely, phenomenal. Now we are meeting for a whole year every Thursday, and we started this, I think it was last month. And so every week we just get some great stuff, you guys. Now the next 3-day workshop that we're going to be doing is called Be Your Own Boss. If you follow me on Facebook, look on my page, because you do have to register for the workshop. And I'm going to do my best to make sure I mention it tomorrow when I do my tomorrow's vlog as well, because I want you guys to register. It is absolutely free. And so, yeah, and matter of fact, I will put the information in the description box, both on Instagram as well as on YouTube, because I want you all to come. It is free and you will get so much information. And I want to say it's like the 14th, 15th, and 16th, next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I might be jacking the dates all up, but it is next week. Now, before I jump into today's topic, I wanted to share a motivational quote. And I shared this on Facebook, I believe it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. And it simply said, ships don't sink because of the water around them. Now, I want you to really listen to what I'm saying. Ships don't sink because of the water around them. Ships sink because of the water that gets in them. Come on, somebody. Don't let what's happening around you get inside of you and weigh you down. I don't know who needs to hear that, but I believe that somebody needed to hear that. See, the ship doesn't sink because it's floating on the water. The ship sinks when the water that's outside of it gets inside of it and weighs it down. So I know, I truly do understand there is so much stuff going on in the world today. So much stuff. The Senate hearings has started yesterday, so I don't know if you all have been watching that. You have this fighting going on. Putin wants to take over every daggone thing. And, you know, you have all these mass shootings. I saw yesterday there was another mass shooting, and I forget the area that it was. I think it was like 4 people that ended up getting killed in that. So it's a lot. It is a lot going on. But I want you to make sure that you don't allow what's going on around you to get inside of you and start to weigh you down and start to make you feel like you just can't go on. And you know, if you're not careful, it can be draining. That's why I limit my time with watching the news, just because, like I said, there's so much going on. It's not that I don't care, but I also have to take care of my own mental health and well-being. And so that's what I do. So that I'll put that quote in the description as well. Let's jump into today's topic. And this is a good one. Today's topic is, what are you prepared to give? Let me say that one more time. What are you? I'm talking to you. Don't look around, because I'm talking to you. What are you prepared to give? So this quote that I want to share with you is by Coach Payne. And he says, what are you prepared to give? How much are you willing to give? How hard are you willing to push yourself to go further than you've ever gone? Every day, as we always say, is a new day. It's a new day because you were part of it. But what do you do with the day that you've been given? Are you going to continue to stay in this little bitty box that you're so used to being in, and you're so afraid to come out of that box, and you feel that, hey, coming out of the box is not something you're ready for? Let me explain something to you. You're never really going to be ready for anything unless you put yourself in a position to get ready for something that you've never done before. Can I say that one more time, because it went clean over your head? He said, you're never really going to be ready for anything unless you put yourself in a position to get ready for something that you've never done before. You have to ultimately be prepared to sacrifice the excuses. Did we not talk about that a couple of days ago? You've got to suffocate the excuses, I believe is what I said. But sacrifice, suffocate is all the same. You've got to get rid of the excuses. Too many of you are not where you really want to be because you're allowing excuses to control you. And I need you to let them go. Give the excuses away. Get rid of them. Get rid of the doubt. Get rid of the fear. Get rid of the things that are holding you back. And again, that quote is by Coach Payne, and I'll make sure I put that in the description box. And make sure you guys go and check out his YouTube channel. He has some awesome motivational videos that I think you would love. But let's unpack that just for a few minutes here. I won't keep you long today, but that subject was very near and dear to me because I've had that conversation quite a few times over the last, I'm gonna say, couple of months with several different people who say, you know, Michelle, I want to do ABC or I want to do XYZ. And I always tell people the sky's the limit. You can do anything and everything that you put work into, but you have to be willing to give something. What do I mean by that? Well, if you want to be successful, as Eric Thomas always says, you have to be willing to give up some sleep sometimes so you can get up and start your day a little bit earlier to get a head start on whatever it is that you're working on. So case in point, if you know that you are a competitive power lifter or a competitive bodybuilder, or you do competitions in figure, you know that you need to be in the gym working. Now, as far as Lord, I lost my train of thought. As far as bodybuilding and figure goes, you've got to really stick to a strict diet, and you've got to get in there to get those muscle exercises in. It's going to build up the muscle, because that's what, excuse me, my face is itching. That's what the judges are looking for. That's what you're being judged on. But you still have to get in the gym, period. Now, if you are a competitive power lifter, or you do strongman competitions, or some CrossFit even, the judges don't care if you have a six-pack or a keg. They don't. They don't care if your belly is sitting on top of your kneecaps. They don't care about any of that. They just want to know, is the lift good? When you get set up underneath that weight, or I should say that bar's on your traps, and you stand up with it and you walk out into place and you get set, and that judge raises their hand and says squat, you take your breath, you squat down in the bucket, and you better power back up. Don't stop till you get to the top, and hold it there. And the judge will tell you to rack it. You don't move until that judge says rack it. So that's what you're looking for. And you looking at those lights, and you want to see, hey, do I have 3 green lights? Do I have 2 green lights? Because as long as you have 2, you may have 1 red light, but as long as you have 2 green lights, that lift is still good. And so I said all of that to say it takes discipline. And so, especially now, since we're still in the midst of a pandemic, although people like to act like we're not. And so if you know that you need to get in the gym, but you don't want to be around a whole lot of people, then guess what? You're going to have to give up some sleep so that you can get in that gym and work out when there's hardly anybody in there. You're probably going to be the only one in there. So you've got to give up some sleep to go do that. If you know that you want to get good at your craft, whatever that thing may be, and you've got to study, and I mean, you've got to hit the books hard. You may have to give up an hour of sleep to get up and study whatever it is that you're trying to learn. You may have to give up an hour of sleep to be able to work on your business before you start your work day on your job, if you're still working a full-time job, or even a part-time job for that matter. You've got to be willing to stay up a little late at night to put in the work to learn whatever it is that you need to learn. Maybe the only time that you have to batch your videos is by going to bed late. So you're going to have to give up some sleep. What I'm saying to you is you have to be prepared to give up something. If you have to learn from your coach how to run a successful business, guess what? You don't have time to be out in the street with your friends partying and club hopping. You just don't. You're going to have to give that stuff up so that you can do what your coach is telling you to do. Did y'all see where I'm going with this? You've got to be willing to give up something. So the question that I have for you all right now is, what are you willing to give up to be able to go someplace that you've never been, to be able to step outside of your comfort zone, even though it doesn't feel comfortable, because it never does. Anytime you have to step outside your comfort zone, it never feels comfortable. Y'all know it. I know it. We all have experienced it. If you haven't, just keep on living. But the question is, what are you willing to give up so that you can see, because here's the other thing. If I like keeping my hands closed like this, because let me move so you can see my mouth, because it feels comfortable living this way. This is my box right here, right? I've showed y'all this before. But if I want to receive all that God has for me, guess what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to step outside that box, and I'm gonna have to open myself up to new opportunities, to new ways of thinking, to meeting new people. And guess what? With my hands open, y'all know where I'm going with this, right? With my hands open, I can receive all that God has for me. But as long as I keep my hands clasped together, i.e. staying in my box, I can't receive anything. Why? Because my hands they're not open. I mean, I can probably turn them this way, but my hands are not open, so I can't receive that which God has for me. So all I'm asking you all to do is to think about, what are you willing to give up so that you can accept all that God has for you? Some of you all are missing out on opportunities because you're not willing to give up something. Some of you all are in a position where you have a great person in your life, and that person might want to make things permanent with you, make you their spouse, but you're not willing to give up your friends. You're not willing to give up that party, and you're not willing to give up that drinking or that smoking or whatever it is, whatever your vice is. And they say, you know what? I love this person, but I don't love that about them, and I don't want to take that on. So think about, through all aspects of your life, what are you willing to give up to get where you want to be? Because in order for you to get where you want to be, it's going to cause you to have to sacrifice some things. And in some cases, you're going to have to sacrifice some people, because everybody's not meant to go with you to the next level. You can love them. I'm not saying don't, but they're just not able to go with you to the next level. So you have to be willing to give them up, because the more people that you have hanging on to you and weighing you down keeps you from being able to climb the ladder of success. So you got to start peeling some people off, taking them off, saying, hey, look, I can't take you with me, love you, but I got to climb this mountain for myself. And when I get to the top, I can reach back for you if you choose to. But as I'm climbing, I have to be willing to give up those people so that I can get to something greater. That's powerful in and of itself. So yeah, so that's what I want to leave you with, thinking about. What are you willing to give up in order to go to the next level? And also, what are you going to do with the new day that's been given to you? Because this is a new day. Tomorrow when you wake up, that'll be a new day. So I need you to ask yourself, what are you willing to give up so that you can make each day count? And you're not doing that when you're hanging out with people who are negative. They're not trying to go anywhere because they're content where they are. See, they're on this level right here, and this is where you are hanging out with them. But where you want to be is up here. But right now, you're here. And until you cut these people off, you can't get up to here. Y'all, that's it. That's my time. I want to thank you so much for letting me speak life into you. I hope something I said really resonates with you, and that has you asking that question, what am I really willing to give up to get to the next level? If you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome. So glad to have you here. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. So good to see you all. I miss you all. Y'all go out there, enjoy the rest of your Friday. Right now it's a beautiful 75 degrees and a nice little breeze coming through. I think we're gonna get some rain tomorrow, so I'm a little worried about that, but you know, it is what it is. But go out there, enjoy the rest of your day. Have an amazing weekend on purpose, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow morning. Until then, take care.